okay, like, I'm not hating at anyone, but I feel like if I know someone who supports, for example, I feel a bit icky. I don't know.
I'm gonna say is the most overrated football player right now. I can't stand the guy out.
Hi, I'm Balkis. I'm a football fan.
I'm Lewis. I'm a football fan.
I'm Ivan. I'm a football fan and I'm here to answer questions about football. On a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a football fan are you? I'm probably about a 9, 9.5.
I would say 8.
Around 5 to 6. Why do you like watching football? And do you even play football? Do I look like I play football?
Yes, I used to play, but aging, my knees cannot pakai anymore.
Maybe futsal more often, yeah, but football not so much.
Well, I don't play football, and why do I like watching football is because I feel the sport is very dramatic.
Football is drama. It's kind of give me the happiness, the stress within that 90 minutes.
It's just a really fun sport, really exciting, a lot of fighting, a lot of cheering, a lot of anger. So yeah, it's a game of emotions and I find that very fun. It's like a roller coaster.
When did you become a football fan and how did it start? I grew up in the kampung area, so there's not any entertainment places like shopping mall. The only entertainment activities is playing sport. So I started to play football and I fell in love. Naturally, I started to watch football.
I think it started around 2014, right before the World Cup. I became interested to know the players. So then I watched the World Cup and then started watching football afterwards.
My earliest memories of football probably came from when I started playing FIFA back in 2006. So FIFA 06, that's pretty much my first introduction to football.
Who was your childhood football hero? Ronaldinho.
Thierry Henry, because he was just an amazing player and I think I really wanted to be like him growing up.
Didier Drogba, a big game player, always make miracles, especially in the final. What made you start supporting your current club?
So the club that I'm currently supporting or has always been supporting is Liverpool. And what made me start supporting them is because I was really attracted towards their defenders.
Back then in 2003, that's the year I started to watch football. And Chelsea was quite big in that year, so I followed them.
The reason why I started supporting Arsenal was based off of a bit of a random choice. Back to the 06 FIFA story, right? So the default teams would be, first player would get Manchester United and then the second one was Arsenal. And I was too young to understand teams, so I would just pick whatever the first option was. And so Arsenal was the default option for me. And when I started learning about the club, turns out our values were very similar and so it all worked out in the end. Describe your club in one word.
I would say passionate.
Gargantuan. It's a football joke.
Blue, like Monday blue. If you are Chelsea fans right now, you know what I'm talking about.
What's the craziest or proudest thing you've done as a fan of your football club? So basically, as a casual fan, I think it was last season's Premier League. I watched every Liverpool's match.
Going to one of those fan club restaurants where they have Arsenal fans gather and on match days, and so that experience was really fun.
I was on a business trip with my boss and it was my very first time to UK. One day, I was supposed to meet my boss somewhere. I told my boss I lost my way, but actually I truly go and visit the Stamford Bridge Stadium, which is Chelsea home ground.
What would it take for you to change clubs? Never.
Nothing. I would never change clubs. I think this is a trick question.
As a true fan, we don't switch club easily. We only change happiness to depression.
What's your favorite football memory?
Definitely, we won the UEFA for the very first time in 2012. That's crazy.
The most recent Premier League win by Arsenal. Ever since I started watching football, I've never seen them win the league. So after 22 long years, this is now my favorite memory.
Watching the final between Spain and England with my dad. I remember waking up my dad and then we watched the entire night. The team we root for won, so I think that's one of my favorite lah.
What's your biggest football heartbreak? Definitely, we lost the final of the UEFA. That was the very first time that Chelsea make it to the final. And the rival was Manchester United.
Any of the past 3 years where Arsenal finished second in the league, all of it were terrible heartbreaks, and also obviously the Champions League loss to Barcelona in the finals.
When I thought Jude Bellingham would probably join Liverpool, but he did not. Klopp leaving Liverpool, and also Diego Jota's death.
Messi or Ronaldo? Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Easy.
Ronaldo. Who is the most overrated football player?
哇，这个啊，这样 sensitive 啊。
Harry Maguire, I think. Yeah. I don't think he wins anything.
Wesley Fofana.
Just because I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm going to say Erling Haaland is the most overrated football player right now. Even though I like him a lot, I can't stand the guy. I like to call him overrated. How do football fans seem to know everything about the sport?
Actually, we don't. We try to only.
Yeah, they seem to know everything about the sport, but in actuality, most of us do not really know everything about the sport.
Why do football fans act like they're on the team? Like saying we won our jersey.
We do tend to say that.
Of course lah, emotionally we are paying salary too.
I think it's because you feel like you're a part of the club or part of the team. I think that's what a lot of the football clubs try and do. Successfully, I would say, because I also would say that we won, right?
The reason most of them refer them as we is because I think they are one with the team. They are one with the football. They feel like, oh, I'm part of the club. I'm making the decisions for the club.
Feeling like you're part of something that you feel comfortable enough to refer it to as us or we, my club, right? So yeah, I think it's very natural for football fans.
But for me personally, when I talk about my team, I consciously try to not say we because I feel like it's a bit cringe. So
Why are football fans so emotional?
Yeah, we are, because
it's a very intense, long, slow burn, emotional, passionate sport. It's 90 minutes minimum. If your team loses or your team is winning, you tend to become emotional.
1 minute you're celebrating a goal, the next minute maybe the referee cancel it, and then your emotions go from high to low.
Imagine we investing the time during the middle of the night, waking up, but they lost. Of course, emotional lah.
How can you hate someone just because of the club they support? I don't know, but
Why not? Why not is the answer. I think
okay, like, I'm not hating at anyone, but I feel like, for example, if I know someone who supports, for example, United, I feel a bit icky. I don't know. I'm just, oh, you're just a glory hunter.
okay, maybe not hate someone, but I think there's always a lot of friendly banter and jokes between fans of clubs. But no, I don't think anybody really hates anyone. Maybe you hate the person, not so much because of football, but you're just blaming it on football. What did you learn out of watching football?
I learned that men are emotional. Nah, I'm kidding. But I do learn that you need to be patient.
Patience, loyalty, and not celebrating too early.
Teamwork, working as a unit. Football is such a team sport that even if you're Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, you can't win just by being the best player. You need the whole team. And a lot of stuff like the man management from coaches, can be used in a lot of your own management of your own teams or your own businesses. So yeah.
If your partner asked you to choose between football and them, what would you do? I would leave them, because why did you even ask that kind of question in the first place?
I might be choosing football. I'm sorry, don't show this to my girlfriend. Football will always be there for you. Your partner... Okay, maybe let's move on to the next question.
Which type of football fan behavior is instantly cringe, no matter the club? Supporting a club because they win trophies, but once the result is not performing, they change the club.
Being a plastic football fan is very cringe. Fans that, are able to change teams, if you go from being a Chelsea fan to a Man City fan, is very embarrassing, and it's very cringe to see it happen in real life.
Fans that are basically too emotional or too aggressive towards other fans, because at the end of the day, it's just a game. You're not actually playing it. You're not getting paid. So why are you bickering or scolding someone? Do hardcore fans get annoyed when everyone suddenly becomes a football fan every 4 years?
because of World Cup? Not really.
No, I wouldn't say so. It's annoying, when you're trying to go out to mama and watch with your boys and your friends. Maybe it's annoying that, you can't find a seat just because there's way more people watching during the World Cup. But no, I think it's nice that, there are casuals that get invested, sort of similar to, maybe when Olympics come around, suddenly everybody is more interested in badminton than usual.
I think it's fun because, for example, in my family, I'm the only one who regularly watch football. But during the World Cup season, everyone in my family, my mom, my sisters, they'll watch the World Cup as well. I think it's fun.
Do you think World Cup fans actually care about football?
I think so. They care who will win, I guess.
They care about football, yeah, for that 1-2 months maybe. No, I don't think they usually really care about football. I think they're just in it for the trend at the time, I would say.
What's the most tourist fan behavior during the World Cup? I think supporting England is a bit tourist fan behavior, not gonna lie.
Those casual fans being like, oh, I love this team, right? But then they have no idea any of the players' name. Maybe they'll know one, the most handsome one, right? Especially with the ladies, they'll know the most handsome guy on the team, but they wouldn't know the rest of the team, right? They might not even know the captain or the manager.
Maybe for some girls, they support the player because it's handsome, but until the final, they instantly switch to other country just because they are performing better.
Which team will you be rooting for in the World Cup 2026?
France all the way.
I will be rooting for Germany. I've been rooting for them since 2012.
I would say Portugal for now because this is the very last World Cup that Ronaldo playing.
What's the best way to watch the World Cup finals?
Definitely not at home. Go mama.
My preference is watching at Mama. I think just being in a public space, watching with fans, you see the energy, the cheering, the heartbreak.
For me personally, watching with people who you enjoy watching the football. So me personally, it'll be my family. The last World Cup, 2022, I remember us cheering and basically jumping around during the final. And I think it was a very, very good memory. Okay, that's it from me.
Thanks so much for watching.
Let's enjoy the World Cup together.
And maybe choose one or two teams to root for so you can actually understand the beauty of watching football. Tips, maybe you can start with France.
Come on, you Gunners, and let's go Germany.
Let's go England. No, sorry. I mean Portugal. Ronaldo.